Welcome back to another episode of Insights with Bunny Mac. My name is Vince, aka Bunny Mac. This week I've had several conversations with people that just seem to be going through difficulties and be going through trials and challenges. And all I kept thinking was, haven't you watched my previous video? I actually spoke about how I deal with trials and how I deal with challenges. And I actually gave you a blueprint as to how you can work through your own trials and through your challenges. And that blueprint works because it worked for me and it worked for the others that I've been sharing it with as well. So I know that it does work. And it got me thinking, and it brought me to perspective of this particular video that I'm doing today. Because we're going to be speaking about a specific attribute that is either going to take you closer to the life you want or further away from the life you want. And it comes down to how you handle your challenges as well, because it strengthens you in times of handling the challenges if you apply the attribute in the right way. What is this attribute that we're speaking about, right? I mean, Earl Nightingale calls it the magic word, because that is really what it is. It is a magical power that if you apply it correctly, can transform your life exponentially. But before we dive into that, if you are new to the channel or if you haven't yet, by all means do subscribe to the channel, like the content, drop me your feedback. I would love to hear from you. I would love to engage with you with regards to what I'm sharing on my channel. And if you're finding value from this, please feel free to share it or pay it forward and share it with the next person. Maybe someone else out there can also find value from what I am sharing, because I do share insights from both a godly perspective as well as from a coaching perspective, bringing the two together to give you the best of both worlds. But let's dive right into this particular attribute that I'm speaking about today. Okay, in Lead the Field, Earl Nightingale spoke about two concepts that helps him maintain a very good attitude, and he spoke about expectant gratitude. That is very powerful if you can understand what that actually means, because when you are expectant of good things happening in your life, you can be expectant of bad things because we do that on a regular basis, but he was speaking in terms of expecting good to happen to him on a day-to-day basis. So when you are expectant of good to happen in your life, it actually does come to pass, because it comes down to one of the laws of the universe, which is the law of attraction, which is very much abused in the self-development sphere, because the law of attraction is actually one of the laws that God governs and puts in place for us to utilize. Unfortunately, it doesn't get ministered about a lot, but it is an actual law that does exist. It is one of those laws that runs hand in hand with the law of cause and effect, the law of gravity. So the law of attraction also runs with that as well. There are quite a few laws as well, but if we're focusing on attitude and how it applies to the law of attraction and how it helps you elevate your life. So like I said, he spoke about expecting gratitude, and when you have the expectancy, you are generating from the law of attraction that you're expecting good things to happen in life. So have that expectancy in your life. Have that expectancy that good is going to happen in your life. Second thing that he spoke about was gratitude, and I really love this. This is one of my favorite principles. Always be grateful. Before you even received, be grateful. Have that gratitude, have that delight of what is coming to pass in your life. You will be amazed about the shift that it causes, not only in your thinking and your beliefs, but what actually happens in your physical world when you do have that gratitude before you actually experience the breakthrough in your life. Okay, so the one thing that Earl didn't speak about in Lead the Field when he spoke about attitude was focus, where you're supposed to be putting your focus. I love how Tony Robbins says it, and I've said this several times already. Tony Robbins says, where attention goes, energy flows. And that is true, you see. But I love in the book of Psalms how David teaches us where to put our focus. He says you need to put your focus on God. He says I can't remember the exact psalm, but in the book of Psalms he says, because of God, I can run through a troop. Because of God, I can leap over a high wall. You see, he understood that by focusing on God, he's developing his attitude, the right kind of attitude that is going to lead him to achieving breakthroughs in his life. If you are serious about achieving breakthroughs in your life, then you need to understand and accept that you need to have your focus on God. That is ultimately the key to having the attitude that will lead us to breakthroughs. I personally focus on God when I go through my challenges, because I know without God, there's no way that I can get through my challenges, And I face ridiculous challenges at times, and I have to ask myself, what is going to come against me next? But because I'm prepared and because of my attitude and where my focus is, yes, there's times when my focus is not on God, and then the challenges overwhelm me. But then even in those moments, I catch myself and I say, you know what? You've taken your eyes off the prize. You've taken your eyes off God. And you've looked to try and solve this on your own. So the moment I move my eyes back to God, then my attitude changes just like that. So that is the final key in terms of having a good attitude. It is having expectant gratitude, expectant attitude, expecting good things to come to you. It is having a gratitude of delight, knowing that good things have come to you. And it is about keeping your eyes focused on God. Alright, so if you start applying these principles to that particular attribute, the attribute of attitude, then you too are going to start experiencing phenomenal breakthroughs in your life. You're going to be running through problems like nothing. You're going to be so expectant that good things are coming to you, and you will be so caught up in gratitude. And because gratitude is the closest emotion to love, man, there's just going to be this phenomenal shift happening in your life. I am telling you this. I am guaranteeing you this. I walk this particular walk on a day-to-day basis. I love it. I believe it. So shift your focus, shift your attitude, and watch breakthroughs happening in your life. I really hope you got value from this particular insight. Like I said, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Drop me your comments, drop me your feedback. I would love to hear from you. I would love to engage with you with regards to the content that I am sharing. And like I said, if you're finding value from this, please pay it forward and share it with someone else. Let us impact the world. Let us touch as many lives as we can. Let us show YouTube and the rest of the world, that there is power in believing in God. There is power in shifting your thinking, in shifting your beliefs. Yeah, I'm so excited about all the feedback that I have been getting. So thank you very much for that as well. I'm just thinking about that for a moment. Sorry, I got caught up in the moment there. I was just thinking about that, and I'm so grateful for all the feedback that I'm getting. Thank you for all the people that are commenting, that are stopping me and saying, I really love what you're sharing, that are messaging me. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I appreciate all the feedback. I hope you enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing you on my next insight. For now, this is Vinnie Mac saying change your thinking, change your world.